Well, forensic experts have identified the remains of at least one of the 43 students who went missing in Mexico. There have been mass protests in Mexico since September when the students disappeared in the southern state of Guerrero. Their family members have so far refused to accept the official version that the students were killed by members of a drug gang. Adam Raney joins us now live from Mexico City. Adam, please tell us more about these results, which I understand were undertaken by Argentinians.
Exactly. This is an Argentine forensic team, the team that the parents said was the only team that they trusted. And here, just about an hour ago in Mexico, they contacted the parents of one student. His name was Alexander Mora Venancio. He was 19 years old, and they did confirm that his remains have been confirmed. That's just one student, but this goes a long way towards actually confirming the story that the Attorney General has been telling the country for weeks now, and that is that this drug gang killed and dumped these students in the town of Cocula, not far from the town of Iguala, where they went missing on the night of September 26th.
Hey, Adam, do you think this might bring some closure, perhaps, for the families of the missing students, some of whom didn't believe the government when it said that the students had been killed by drug gangs?
For the parents, of course, any news, any clarity is some sense of closure, but members of the Ayotzinapa community, that's the school where these students were studying to be teachers, have already posted on Facebook a message in the voice of this student in which he is pleading that his death not be in vain. Of course, it wasn't written by this student, it was written by this group of supporters of the families, and they're calling for more protests, for more pressure for justice. Just because this one body, and perhaps we're going to see more bodies identified in the coming days, have been identified, that doesn't mean that these students and these families are happy with the government's response. They want justice. They want the people who committed these atrocious crimes to be held accountable and to pay for these crimes.
Hey, Adam, another large protest, I understand, being planned in just a few hours there in Mexico. Just tell us, what happens now with these results?
Well, what we're probably going to see is people rallying around this, saying there's a more call for justice. There were protests this morning. We also saw around Mexico City not just one protest. These are sporadic and of a variety of natures. I saw people reading poetry and singing songs in support of these students just a few hours ago. And right now, people are gathering to continue marching here in Mexico City. If anything, the identification of this one student's remains will concentrate fury and anger still on the government, that although they've arrested dozens of people in this case, they haven't really gone to the heart of the matter of how police and authorities can be so corrupt and collude together to lead to the disappearance and massacre of innocent people. So people will be calling for justice, continue to be calling for the resignation of President Enrique Peña Nieto. He's made several announcements in recent days saying he's going to reform local police and put them under the state police. But people just aren't happy. They don't trust him. They don't trust his government. They don't trust the Attorney General. They want them all to go. That may not happen, but these protests are not going to go anywhere just because this one student and perhaps more students are identified.
Okay, Adam, thank you very much. Adam Raney there live for us from Mexico City.